back, everyone, to the 2Industry. Yeah, this is one of those special cases where we have like 800 different videos in one segment. But it's been a goodie because E3 is coming up and we have a lot to talk about. We talked about Microsoft. Check out that video. Sony, check out that video. Nintendo, make sure you have your tissue because you're crying or jacking off like Andrew said. And also, we had some predictions about what the developers are coming out with. So definitely check that out as well. Now, what we're going to talk about is what we're playing right now. Let's start with Mike. Mike, what are you playing?
Actually, right now I have my plate full. I haven't beaten the game yet because I just have so many on my plate.
No, it's because the games are too hard for you.
No, that's not it. No, I mean I'm actually still playing Infamous Second Son. I've really been focusing on the what is it called? The Paper Trail DLC. It's a free DLC. I really think it's really neat the way they're doing the Paper Trail. You know, how you pick up clues in the game, but then you have to go to the papertrail.com on your computer or tablet and, you know, figure out the clues right there on the website.
Well, what if I have a desktop? I have to get up and go to my desktop?
Yeah.
Screw that shit. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm playing that. Picked up the Spider-Man 2, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie tie-in. And
Was it amazing?
No. Who is it, Activision?
Yeah. Activision owns.
Well, they're the publisher.
They own the license.
Yeah, Beanox is the publisher. I'm sorry.
They've been handling the Spider-Man games. You know, the last I think all
they've
of them.
I mean, they've had some shitty games in there,
but you would think that okay, they've been doing them so often, the next one's gonna get better, and the next one's get better, and that was the case. But they kind of, I think, took a step back. And the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I love the first movie tie-in. For a movie tie-in, it was actually a really good game.
Yeah, it was a smart idea. They were like, all right, let's create a sandbox game, which they should have did like for the longest, and it worked.
Yeah, and this the Amazing Spider-Man 2 just really sucks. I mean, the graphics don't look next gen.
Mm-hmm.
I got on the PlayStation 4. They don't look next gen. I mean, granted, it's for all the consoles. They just up-converted it. But still, I still wanted it tweaked a little bit.
You know what I really thought? I thought they were going to basically just copy like Batman Arkham series and just make it a more comedy version of it, but like the mechanics of it.
They did.
They did. I think the fighting mechanics.
Yeah, the fighting mechanics, the spider tingling thing, the spider.
They did the same thing in the last one.
The first,
so.
the last.
Well,
one,
I mean, kind of just the environment and from you to go to different places and so forth and so on like that. Because I've heard it was more linear. Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, yeah, it does have a linear storyline, but I mean, it does have all these side missions, and the gameplay is kind of like the Arkham series, where you press a button whenever somebody's about to attack, and you block and just keep fighting.
But there's these where, as in Batman, like you develop these other skills, and you get these other things, and there's other stories and other side things that you can. There's like a Riddler quest and. It is more involved, whereas in Spider-Man, kind of doesn't feel that fleshed out. That's where
there's no. I mean, I haven't played it, but I feel like there's no evolution of that character.
That's what I'm saying.
There wasn't in the first one either.
That's what I'm saying because Spider-Man in the movie is actually evolving as a person and his skills and things like that.
In the Batman series, he's evolving through the game.
Right, and I think that's where they're missing because you don't really see that in any of their Spider-Man games. Is where he's growing as a character because they so focus on trying to get him web slinging all over the place that they kind of miss.
Well, there was Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, the Shattered Dimensions.
Okay,
but that was the same company. But again, that was a completely different type of Spider-Man game. So.
But yeah, this game I just haven't been enjoying it. You could take it today if you want. I'm not gonna finish playing it in a while.
I don't want this shit game. Take it. I know you like shit games.
It doesn't even look like Andrew Garfield like the last one. I think this one they just really rushed. They just said, okay, the movie's coming out, let's put it out.
Yeah, you got to. That's what happens with tie-in games.
It's crap.
Yeah.
I haven't liked it at all.
But leave it to the industry, though. I mean, they haven't been doing that for a lot of movies lately. Like, as far as big games, like, I mean, unless it's like a Lego movie or something like that. I mean, they really haven't been like, here's a piece of shit game, Captain America.
Because they've been getting punished. They've been getting punished with it.
As bad as I thought it was going to be. The Captain America game. It was a big ball of shit, but it was...
On the console, there was a Captain America game?
Yeah, for the first Captain America.
For the first one, yeah.
I don't remember that. Maybe it's good. I didn't. But, they haven't been doing it lately. At least I don't feel they have. Like, there wasn't a Thor 2 game, or at least I feel, unless it was like on
just on the
iOS
mobile devices.
Or Android or something like that. So.
This is what's funny, though, is like when I was watching Captain America 2, I was like, I could see this one as a game, because basically it's Metal Gear Solid, but with Captain America. Like you just go around finding information and go and hunt down certain people, and you don't know who's actually the bad guy or whatever. And you have to kind of figure out clues. That can actually work as a game, and then they're like, "Yo, we've been burned too many times, so we're going to decide not to put out this game."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, they did change the mechanics of the game, like the web swinging. Instead of just pressing one button, now you hit both triggers. You
For
want,
left hand, right hand.
yeah.
Oh,
I actually,
that's
I'm
clever.
not liking it. I thought it was a clever idea, but I'm not liking it.
I can't get around town. Oh, I did right hand, right hand, right hand.
I think not only did they change the swinging mechanics, but also in the previous game, you could just shoot your web and it'll attach to the sky. Like this one, you have to be a little lower, like really low towards the street, and being able to swing it right above cars and stuff.
You'll just walk around town.
Pretty much. It
He's
has
like, I
really
just
long.
take the cab.
Just jump on a car and be like.
It has some really long ass load times too. I haven't been enjoying the load times, and every time you do these little petty crimes, a stupid little breaking news story comes up, and it's taking me.
What
out
did
of
you
the
get
game.
it for? What's this?
PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not in. I've said it time and time again. I'm not into first-person games. I got into Far Cry 3, and Andric and my nephew.
Blood Dragon.
And Blood
Well,
Dragon.
it's the same.
No,
No, it's
not.
not. Blood Dragon should be its own series.
It should. Oh, that would be an amazing E3 announcement. Blood Dragon.
We both thought the same thing. Yeah, so I'm not into first-person games, but Andric and my nephew got me into wanting to
Andric. I said, get it. I didn't. Of course you knew.
Well, you were saying get it. I think
I was
you'll
like,
like
I didn't
it.
think you'd like it. People at work told you to get
Yeah,
that
people
game.
at work
There
also.
we go.
All right, the anticipation is killing me. What game is it?
Titanfall.
Okay.
I've actually been enjoying it for a first-person shooter. I mean, it's just so fast-paced that it doesn't click in my mind like, oh, it's a first-person shooter, because it's just so fast-moving. I'm like, wait, where's this coming from? Oh, it's
So that's
spray and pray.
yeah, pretty much.
So that's what you needed. You needed a game that was like more fast-paced.
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't you play Halo before? Halo's
I
pretty.
hated Halo.
Halo's kind of a slow paced game.
No, what makes it slow is the jumping mechanic. Like once the whole jumping and shit, that's
Because
like
it's a lot of navigation. It's a lot of pushing this button.
Right.
Thing.
Okay, I see what you're
So,
saying. That's true. Instead of spray and pray.
Yeah, instead of like running on walls and jumping, then it's.
You really need to try out Serious Sam. I think you'll like it. That's basically what it is. Serious Sam.
I even compared to Titanfall, I feel Serious Sam. So
really, holy shit! I need to play it.
Yeah, it's
just my opinion.
my gripe about it is there's no. I mean, it has a tiny campaign, but I wish it was an offline campaign. I wish.
Hey, we had that video. Go back and watch that. Like, is that going to be that direction now that they're going to move away from campaigns? And you're like, I really want a campaign. You even said in that last video, you were like, I want a campaign.
Yeah, and it still holds true now. I want to just be able to jump on and play the game, but instead, I have to. There's long load times in Titanfall because it's an online game. You have to be able to get some people that are good play, and even then, it doesn't do a good job in matching.
To be fair, all online games are they all have a 60-second mark.
Well, this is longer than 60 seconds.
Well, even most of them are like that.
But I mean, it sucks because every time I've played, like whenever you or my nephew and other friends aren't online, I'm like, all right, I'll just jump into a random match. And it seems like every time I play, I'm stuck in the team where nothing but first gen people. And then the other team, you look at them and they're like 5th gen, 8th gen.
Yeah, but what level are they?
40-something.
They should be around the same level.
No, they're all like 40-something Gen 5.
Welcome to Call of Duty.
Yeah, so I'm just like, that really
That's
sucks.
the life of Call of Duty.
An update recently, which I think I was playing.
This was just yesterday.
And fixed it. Oh, okay.
I was like, that's the life of Call of Duty.
So that's kind of turned me off. I think I'm only gonna play it when I'm with my coworkers and my nephew. But it's not gonna be one of those games I'm gonna have to play it.
That's the only time I really play online. I don't really play online anymore unless it's a fighting game. I'm really like, I just want to troll people. But other than that, I don't really play online anymore.
You could.
Basically. Shuriken. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
How dare you?
I actually ended up getting this definitive edition of your favorite game, Tomb Raider. Then
That's
You
something.
got
Fuck
that
out of
game?
here.
I on GameFly.
Uh,
Exactly.
And-
You didn't buy it.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
If it was cheaper, or if they let you pay a certain amount,
Or if it
just
was a
to-
good game.
And actually, that's what I was gonna say. It's the same game, just looks better. And I actually forgot how much I loved that game when it first came out. So, screw you, Hill. Actually,
Arrow out of the head on fire.
uh,
in better graphics. All right, go ahead.
yeah, and the hair, like Joel McHale. There's leaves and hair. The Lego Movie game I ended up getting.
I can imagine that's pretty good.
No, I actually haven't been enjoying it like some
Really?
of the others. It's a typical Lego game. They changed a few things, but and actually it had the same thing as the Marvel Lego, where every time I play, I have to select my language. I'm like, God damn it, really?
Every
Can't
I
time
think they're all like that.
I don't remember in some of them.
and we had that joke like somebody freaking their language. Like, oh, I was speaking English yesterday. All I remember is Italian now. It's a good thing that this option is here. I was gonna say, that's funny. Today all I remember is German. Holy shit.
I can't remember.
I can't remember my language. Thank you for reminding me, Lego game.
Right? Child of Light, thanks to Andric's recommendation.
I want to play that.
And it's a RPG version of
Does
Zelda.
it? I was gonna say, does it not feel like Zelda 2? Like I called?
Well,
Called it.
I would say
Called
it's
it.
funny because it's a Japan company. So I can't say it's a JRPG because.
Isn't yeah.
But yeah, it's a great game.
By definition, how can I say it? Like by how it's made, it's not a JRPG, but by definition, it's a JRPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it even has Skulltulas in it.
Who?
Skulltulas, from Zelda, the spiders with the skull.
Okay.
Well, real quick, does that technically make Dark Souls a JRPG?
Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but it's not typically it's just like you said.
It's not turn-based.
Yeah,
so
it's not turn-based, which I consider JRPG.
Okay.
Outlast, that was a free game on the PS4.
Yeah, that's a good game.
And
Did you play that?
yeah, and it's also a first-person shooter, but it's not a shooter because you don't have any damn weapons.
Right.
But it's actually really cool. I mean, I actually jumped a few times. It's just that the music and the lighting and everything, it really sets the mood really well. Kind of like the first, the space one.
Space, like first-person shooter?
Dead Space?
Dead Space, there you go. It's kind of like the first Dead Space, how you hear things and you think something's going to come out, but it doesn't. This is kind of how Outlast was.
Okay.
It's actually...
Oh, a Dead Space game.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're done with that series. I think they announced that they were done with that series.
Yeah, but I could see it and be like, oh, next gen Dead Space.
Miserable. Now you know when things are coming. Dead Space 4.
Playing, of course.
Never scared.
Never dead. Never dead. I'm sorry, what was the last one?
Of course, playing the Wolf Among Us and
The Take My Money games.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, the Take My Money games. That's its own genre. There should be a genre called Take My Money games.
It should just be Telltale games, and then just here.
They should just have automatic direct deposit out of our bank accounts.
Yeah. So I finished a new chapter of The Walking Dead. Speaking of, and God, man, I'm not gonna get into spoilers or anything, but I made some decisions in there that I'm surprised I made. And I came after I finished it. Again, they're great at this, where it's just I was surprised I made it. I just sat there like for 5 minutes and just be like, damn.
So it's like life.
It was, because like if I'd given it a second thought, or if I wasn't just reacting in the moment, I probably would have made a totally different decision.
Well, just don't drink while playing the game.
I actually wasn't, believe it or not.
Shit.
So I'm just a horrible human being.
I have no other advice for you,
without being drunk. So yeah, I played that, and then I finished Child of Light last night, or 7 in the morning this morning. It's a great game. It's beautiful. It's kind of, if you don't know about it, it's a turn-based game, JRPG.
Very,
It's for
very
the
Zelda
first
2
time, that there's a girl that's the main hero of a
of a JRPG.
JRPG. I mean, I'm sure you'll call me
Final
out. There's some
Fantasy.
other ones out there.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more.
An actual girl instead of one that's just like fucking angry at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and again, it's more of a fairy tale type game. It's beautiful. It's like watercolor.
Yeah, like the cell shading type.
Well, yeah, I would say it's more watercolor. I mean, it's. I feel that the last Zelda probably should have taken, or if it could have taken notes from this, it should. Anybody that does watercolor, it should look like this. It's beautiful.
That is a really beautiful.
Nintendo really should have threw a lot of money at the development, like be exclusive for us.
Yeah. If anything, they should buy the rights to it for the next one.
Right, and just make it Zelda 3.
Yeah, or their own Child of Light.
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't really been playing a lot. Touched a couple of 3DS games. The Yoshi game.
I heard
Yoshi
that's pretty
Land.
good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Nintendo makes solid games. You can't dog them for that.
For the 3DS.
And I picked up the Kirby game last night, but I haven't touched it. But that's pretty much
Not
it.
really anything. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to play any games. I've been busy and running around, but I can tell you about games that I would like to play. What were you gonna say?
Super Time Force or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's one I really
yeah.
want to play.
Super Time Force came out, and if you don't know about it, it's been in development for a very long time. Indie developer. Basically, it's Contra meets
everything.
Indie developer. And yeah, you can rewind time. You can have multiple characters all on the same screen. It gets all crazy, and it's really
There's a lot of humor in it.
Yeah, a lot of humor. So if you're into, you can get that on Xbox One. One of the few games you can get on there. Check it out. It's like $15, but definitely worth the money.
I guess what I'm looking forward to is man, that Watch Dogs is kind of overhyped now, right? So
yeah, Watch Dogs will be from today. It'll be in 2 weeks.
Right, and it stings. It's in that Bioshock Infinite kind of mode right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to be careful with that. Hopefully, it does surprise us because they haven't. As long as they've been waiting, they haven't released too much. They've been kind of hush on what the story's about, whereas actually they've hidden a lot of stuff, so that's really good. So there's still some surprise there.
It was really neat. They actually came out with a real life trailer type thing where they set up this shop and there was a guy fixing cell phones, but then they closed off the entire street and rigged it to where if you press an app, just like in the game, it'll turn off the lights or it'll cause the car alarms to unlock or And I thought it was really neat.
Yeah, very good marketing.
Yeah, it was, and I wish I was part of that.
You want to be the new NSA? No, but I
the
look
old NSA.
right. I look forward to playing Mario Kart 8 because everyone's a Mario Kart fan.
Yeah,
it's my history. That's what you do. I've played every Mario Kart ever existed, even the 3DS.
Maybe we can do that.
That'd be great. I would have to buy a Wii U.
You could just come here.
Will it work like that? Like where you? Oh well, you mean everyone play locally?
Yeah, local.
Okay. And they said it's the best Mario Kart ever.
Yeah, they're always getting better.
Because 64 was like that, like that level. And I think GameCube, either GameCube or Wii U, which one was, or Wii was like second, like best or something.
I like them both. I mean, I didn't never put them in order, but I'm sure there's a list out there.
Yeah. What else am I looking forward to? I'm definitely looking forward to the new fighting games. We're in the fighting game world. We're kind of at this gap now, like after the rush of fighting games because they were coming out like crazy, and then it was like a pause, and now we're coming out with the sequels of those. That's how it works in the fighting game industry, right? Like, oh, this game worked very well, so instead of putting out another IP, we're just going to make a sequel and add 2 characters on a stage and work on the mechanics.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's really about tidying up the mechanics because there are overpowered characters.
Right.
So they'll probably come out with a new Tekken and Soul Reaver game for the new consoles.
You really want that Soul Reaver to come out, right?
That'd be cool.
Well, as far as Tekken,
or Soul Reaver, Soul Calibur. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, man, you really want that Soul Reaver?
Soul Reaver in the head.
Soul Calibur is a good one. I could see Soul Calibur. being announced in this new
Yeah, that
E3.
hasn't been announced in a while.
Yeah.
The Soul Calibur game.
Because they usually go in this order. They go Soul Calibur, Tekken, Soul Calibur, Tekken, because it's made by Namco, both of them. So I could see Soul Calibur being on the next generation. The there's really not anything else I'm really looking for. Well, Destiny. I'm gonna play Destiny. Can't wait for that shit.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So you already have your console picked out?
Yeah, I was about to say. So now, which console?
Both, honestly. Nintendo Wii U, because isn't Destiny going to be a Nintendo Wii? Okay, I'm joking.
So mean. You're picking on that little kid.
That's what he gets for showing up to the school late. Anyway, no, I'm considering PlayStation 4. Because what's interesting is that
that's where your money's going.
Okay, I'm going to get a PlayStation 4 because it's like this. I really felt like, and this was my expectations in the past too. It's like I sort of bought into what Microsoft's beliefs were. Like people actually convinced me that fanboys stay true no matter what the situation is, which is total bullshit. I can't believe I bought into that, and I was like, that's not true at all. Like, so PlayStation is the way to go, and I think the masses are realizing that as well.
Right on.
All right. Anything else? Anything you guys are looking forward to play in the immediate future, like in the next few weeks?
Soul Reaver. No, Watch Dogs, of course, and
Watch Soul Reaver gets announced. Once Soul Reaver gets announced, just check Mike's Facebook, and he's passed out somewhere.
I do want to kill me some Nazis next week.
Oh, yeah, Wolfenstein.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, Wolfenstein.
So I'll be posting how much I hate Nazis next week on my Facebook page, and I don't care what you guys say. Fuck them. I don't care. Write all the hate mail you want. But Nazis are evil.
What's better than killing Nazis is Nazi zombies.
Or robot Nazis.
Robot Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
Robot Nazis that died and came back to life, and you kill them.
Yes.
There you go. Problem solved. And they're from another world. And they have foreign accents. You got to tie on to all the stereotypes.
Well, German accents.
Okay. That counts. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. All right, but catch you guys later. Enjoy the other videos and have fun.